Hey everyone, welcome to group break number 251. Today we have a case of 21-22 Series 1. So we're going to roll a dice to see what case it is. Odd numbers on top, so 1, 3, 5. Even numbers are bottom case for this. The other one will be used in tomorrow's break. So here we go. And it is a 2. So it is even, which means bottom case is used for this break. Which, I think it was bottom case last time too. So there we go. That is decided. That dice likes the evens. Let's do the team names and randoms 3 times. Okay, and again as a precautionary, I haven't seen a single Seattle Kraken card yet, and I think we would have seen one by now. But just in case there's like some super like 1 in a billion card, it'd be a 31 team random. Just they don't have any stuff in this. So here we go. 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. Oh, switch on over, copy the list of names in. Your list of teams. There we go. Once. Twice. 3rd time. Nelson on top. Jordan on the bottom. Teams 3 times. Where is good old random.org? There we go. Once. Twice. And 3rd time. Rangers on the bottom. Winnipeg on the top. Here we go. Nelson, you have the Jets. Robert, you have the Detroit Red Wings. Marshall with the Stars. Kevin with the Penguins. Peter with the Blues. Gabriel, you got the Oilers. Sergio with the Flames. Paul with the Lightning. Jason with the Flyers. The Flyers have been like good quantity wise. Adam, you've got the Yotes. Bill, you've got the Habs. Robert with the Panthers. Graham with the Islanders. Adam with the Sharks. Steven, you got the Ducks. You had the last spot in the break, and you got the Ducks. Mark with the Sabres. Mike, you've got the New Jersey Devils. Emil with the Hurricanes. Shelby with the Capitals. Kevin Aranjo with the Nashville Predators. Kevin Wong with the Vegas Golden Knights. David, you got the Senators. Marie Eve with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Frank with the Avalanche. Mark, you've got the Wild. Aline, you've got the Toronto Maple Leafs. Robert Ma Ming with the Vancouver Canucks. Robert Beatty with the Chicago Blackhawks. Aline with the Boston Bruins. Nelson with the Kings. And Jordan with the Rangers. So there are your teams. Let me copy this list over. So just like we'll do a couple minutes for trades as per usual. But yeah, while I wait for the trades, I have some initial I've been tracking. So what I've been doing for the cases is I've been kind of like tracking, because like every year, especially for Series 1, Series 2, I do like a spreadsheet tracking like how often cards are to hit, like certain cards and certain teams are to hit. And so like this year I've kind of been tracking like the amount of hits and young guns and stuff. And so far, like through 2 cases, it looks pretty consistent. Like there's a couple teams that are performing below average. One of them is the Anaheim Ducks, and that's just simply because in one of the cases we didn't get a Zegras. Like in one case we only got 4 young guns when you should get about 5. So that's it. Carolina's underperformed a little bit. That's just because they haven't doubled up on a young gun type of thing. Chicago's overperformed. The Rangers are overperforming as well. In terms of like just card quantity, but it's fairly close. There's some teams. Washington did really well on a couple of the breaks as well. So, I don't think there is one on the Islanders. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think so. You've got Yeah, they're one of the, they've averaged 7 cards per break, but they are one of the weaker teams. So is it 7 or yeah, I think it's 7 cards per break. Yeah, but they unfortunately don't have it. You'll get like Sorokin and Varlamov stuff guaranteed, but unfortunately no young guns. So yeah, they're unfortunately one of the weaker teams. Dallas has ended up being one of the weaker teams. And it's really funny because in their first break they actually were like they got a rare hit. So but man, all it takes is 1 card for the right team, right player. And we're good. But yeah, so I'll keep track of this and just kind of go through it. Other things to know is that there's only been 1 numbered card per case. Our first case had 2 2 clear cut young guns, which is crazy. So here we go. Where is my knife? There it is. So all right. So case again sealed on top. I'm gonna open it from the bottom just because it is much easier to get the boxes out. And if you ever do case openings and you want the boxes to follow, I have it backwards. If you want the boxes to follow the easiest way, I highly suggest trying from the bottom because it is a lot easier because they are already the right side up. So there we go. All right. But yeah, like hopefully we can hit some good stuff today. I mean, we'll be ripping and stacking it. So some like other observations while sorting is that the base card quality isn't the best, and like I mean that's kind of like been an issue for the past little bit. So in terms of inserts and stuff, again, like you kind of have to look for it a little bit more, but like, is it perfect? No. Is it? My rule of thumb is if it's near mint or better, like that's kind of like if you can take it in and get an 8, like that's kind of acceptable. I mean, honestly, near mint being a 7 is fine as well. I think like it's not every pack's gonna be perfect, unfortunately, but like obviously we all want to have you want to hit the highest quality card. It's just frustrating when you don't. So, all right, box number 6 and 53. Rip and stack. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. And let's hit a Zegras because like case 2 sucked for that reason. And honestly, I think that's been the biggest theme is that like there's been times where like cases have had missing young guns. We have actually had extra base young guns in both of our cases so far, by the way. Which is really weird, but I'm not complaining because like that's where most of the money with the product ends up being anyways, so. Be cool to get like a special hit today. We had the clear picks in case 1. Be cool to get like a Day with the Cup flashback or one of the other like acetate inserts, or just a straight up Young Gun exclusives would be really nice. So yeah, after this we have the 6-box double up. So that'll be fun as well. Just trying to do a few different styles. Given that we didn't hit a Zegras in a pick your in a team random break, and I've seen it happen in a couple like other team random breaks. It's not just ours, unfortunately. Laying off doing pick your team because that's the last thing I'd want if you have like one of the high end teams. So here we go. Dude's love for the Senders on the rookie retrospective. Atkinson on the canvas black. You generally get about let's put these here. you get about 3 base and 1 Young Gun Canvas Black per case. So, and well, right out of the gate, there's a Trevor Zegras. So, didn't have to wait long, which is nice to see. The first Young Gun, the best one that you can get so far. Although Caulfield, I think, is going to keep climbing up in price. So, Velarde for the Kings on the canvas. Hundo P of Burns for the Sharks. Point for the Lightning. That's got, again, soft corner on the honor roll. Young Gun checklist. So this will be a random if we only have the one. If we have 2, both Montreal and Anaheim will get one. And the usual stuff that we do with that. Like if we get 1 French and 1 regular, we'll do the random. The winner of the random gets the French. The loser gets the base one. Good French variation. Crosby for the Penguins. I mean, hey, it's a if you're gonna hit a French variation, you might as well have it be like Crosby or McDavid. So Suzuki for the Habs on the electromagnetic. Cousins for the Sabres on the canvas. Bear Boulet for the Lightning on the Young Guns. And Burns for the Sharks on the portraits. So we did get our 3 Young Guns there. And also this is the last time for these breaks that we're doing the team base included. So just figured I had a little bit of extra time to do some sorting ahead of time. So there's one person that's an exception to that just because they wanted a couple different ones just to complete their set. But yeah, one thing to note too with the base is like I try to pick out the best ones possible. Unfortunately, they're not always like some of the base cards are pretty rounded in the corners or soft or chipped. So did try to pick the best ones like this Nylander, for example. It's got a very soft right corner, but just as a heads up. I had them, I mean, I hope so. I have no idea. Your guess is probably as good as mine, unfortunately. So I'd love to do soccer though, just because like the market's insane for it. So yeah, these packs are opening weird today. Actually, I said that last time. They're just sealed differently than what I'm used to. That Zegras. I will take a look at it after we get through this. Like, again, it looks like the top left corner, if you're being really picky, the camera probably won't even be able to catch it. Has some white. Okay, there, you can kind of see it. It's got some white there, some white there, some white on the bottom. Like, it's not perfect, but at the same time, like, Freezard, that's the second break. That is after the first break. So there are 2 breaks tonight. This is break 251. That is 252. Colton for the Lightning. Again, not the perfect shape Young Gun. Riley on the Dazzlers for the Leafs. That one starts at 555. Or 545, sorry. Kalia for the Kings. Ruotsalainen for the Sabres. Lashinsky for the Flyers. Krug for St. Louis. Yeah, I've got them set aside. I went through probably about a case and a half worth. Ooh, that's actually different. O'Reilly for the Blues. Draisaitl on the Rainbow Honor Roll. These are kind of nice foiled. I went through about, a case and a half and tried to find the best ones. They're not, like, some of them aren't perfect, but, like, just, like, for example, Sam Girard stuff was not great. Parker Kelly for the Senders. Like, if I see some while doing this break, I'm going to put them aside. So, Ellis for Nashville on the canvas. Malkin for the Penguins. Eichel for the Sabres. And, I mean, hey, solid box one. Like, the honor roll gold parallel. Yeah, they're gold. To 250. Hitting a numbered card. We'll see if it's our second numbered card of a case, but typically there's only been one. Historically, you've gotten 3 or so, maybe 4 per year. Yeah, I mean, like, I've seen some that are rough. Like, they're not going to be perfect by any, like, there's going to be some that are rough naturally, right? The one thing about Upper Deck is that they generally do a pretty good job taking care of stuff like that. So, which I like to see. There's someone that told me they got 11 Young Guns in a single box, including 3 in a single pack, which is kind of crazy. And, like, they only had a single box and they got 11 Young Guns, so. Honestly, though, again, I was talking about it a little bit. It'd be cool if, like, there was a hot box where, every pack had a Young Gun type of thing. I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, we had 9 in one box. Not 11. We had like, I mean, we had a case that had 2 clear cuts, which is extremely rare considering their case hits, right? Like, how many did we get in that, including the canvas? But yeah, like, there's been some boxes that have had extra Young Guns, so. $500 Young Guns total. I mean, that'd be insane. Yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the checklist. We had 6 in the first one. Snuggie, not sure about baseball. F1 is, again, not sure there. Romanov for the Habs. It just depends on whether or not we can get it in for breaks, essentially. Ekblad for the Panthers on the jersey. Lashinsky for the Flyers on the Young Guns. Mantha for the Capitals. Heiskanen for the Stars. Varlamov for the Islanders. Okay, we're flipping upside down here. There we go. Pilon for the Capitals. It's very dusty. Okay. But yeah, I'd love to do F1 and baseball. Nylander for the Leafs on the French variation. Not a bad one either. God, what is it with these packs being upside down every which way? Couture for the Sharks. Also very dusty cards. Like, that left some gunk on my hands. Atkinson for the Blue Jackets. Okay, these are upside down. So that takes us to our hit, which is Jeremy Davies for Nashville. Yeah, like, this JT Miller just looks like it got stuck in like a, I don't know what to call it, like a dust factory. It's kind of wild. Connor for the Jets on the portraits. Okay, I'm just gonna. Where's my cloth? Yeah, shorts are probably good enough. That's weird. Never seen that before. But hey. Yeah, I'd love to do baseball. There's just like reasons as to why I think. And so, ooh, we have a patch. Those are rare. F1 again, would love to do that because it's super hot. And I'd love to start doing even like more hobby, right? So as much as I like, even like football and basketball, as much as the retail is fun, like it'd be nice to do some hobbies and like, you know, it definitely is risk reward, but the reward's a lot higher than retail, even though the risk is higher, but like the balance there is kind of offset. So there we go. All right. Well, we'll have 2 numbered cards there. I'm just gonna try and get most of the dust off this Connor. And the Davies Young Gun as well. There we go, just so it doesn't rub on it as much. Oh, we have a patch. Their patches are really tough to get, so. Hanopia of Matthews for the Leafs. And Arvidsson for the Predators on the patch to 15. So for Nashville. Hey, who would have thought I would have needed a patch card? Or a patch 180 point. That's a 180. Not by any means the greatest patch, but it's a patch. Young Guns of Peterson for the Yotes. Ronk for the Red Wings. Leonard for the Sharks. Caulfield for the Habs on the honor roll. I'll put that back up there, but I think it'll filter back down. Kierstad for the Panthers. Jeannot on the French Young Guns for the Predators. Hey, that's a good one as well. We already hit a French too. Huh. Nashville cleaning up the box. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm shocked at where Drysdale's like value is right now. Marner for the Leafs. Bushnevich for the Rangers. Stunichka for the Devils. And Quinn Hughes for the Canucks. That's a pretty solid box. I mean, a patch and a good French Young Gun. Like, what more could you ask for? Make sure there's nothing missing. There we go. And it's a centered French Young Guns. It's not like our Caulfield that we got last week. Well, I guess half of the French Young Guns we got last week, so. But, no, the majority it would have been. But, and don't expect things to be perfect. I should count packs because I remember we had extra packs last week. So there's 6 and 6. There's 6 and 6, but it's only when we had the thin packs, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough, right? Like, I think pictures show damage a lot more on cards too than what you'll actually realize in person. Again, this year's going to be a little bit rougher because you have, you know, 2 dark corners, likely 3. Whereas last year there were still, you had the blue corners, which are kind of not, like, they're better, but not perfect. So you only had like 2, and then most of the time like 2 at the most, maybe 3, or maybe 1, so. Yeah. Yeah, no, like there were definitely like, we definitely had some that were not great. Like there's some base cards in here where I was literally just like fanning through the base cards and chunks of like the corners fell off because they were just loosely attached. So there you go. No worries. I can pull a team viewer up whenever. And if you ever don't see your name and you know that you're in this break, let me know, because I can search for it here. So, but here we go. All right. Logan Thompson for Vegas. Again, like going through in a break, Saros for the Predators on the Dazzlers. Nedeljkovic for the Hurricanes on the rookie retrospective. Like, I'm trying to see everything. Ferentz for the Predators on the Young Gun canvas. He'll be a Series 2 Young Gun, so. But, like, there's going to be times where I miss stuff. Like, Allison for Flyers. This one's actually pretty clean, but again, like, if you flip it over, like, there's a couple little marks here and there, and it's, like, it's not perfect. But, Robertson for the Stars. Stützle for the Senators. Remember in the final break last week, came for the Sharks, where I was talking about how Robertson's very undervalued. Veleno for the Red Wings. Yeah, he doubled in value over the weekend. Nelson for the Islanders. Lucic for the Flames. Connor for the Jets. I was legitimately very stunned that he was that low in price. So just making sure I didn't miss anything. But let's see if I can show off like some of the corner. Like so like the back corners, especially when I'm sorting through the base here. Like you'll see the odd one will have like the soft corners in the top, and like some of them, like this Archibald for example, have like the top peeling. It's not great, but like. For the most part, it doesn't seem like those exist on the Young Guns, so at least that we've had so far, which is nice. Well, it's good and bad, so. Yeah, there's definitely some that look like that for sure. So it depends. Like it was funny because like I think most of the cards that I've already set aside for you that were missing came from a single box. Because I was going through that box and it's like these look pretty clean. Well, like at least where they were in the base card storage. So. And then the rest weren't. So, like, clean relative to some of them. It's very tough to find, like, perfect corners and stuff this year. So, like, and just forewarning that, like, some of them are soft in the corners. Some of them are rounded. Some of them have that little... Some of them will have that little, like, crease in the back. And it's just, like... I pulled the best ones that we had aside, so. All right. Kalen Addison for the Wild. French variation of Kachuk for the Flames. Hitting good Frenches still. Ottinger for the Stars. Rantanen for the Avs. Hardman for Chicago. Nurse for Edmonton. Kaprizov for the Wild. Velarde for the Kings on the retrospective gold. Jackson Cates for the Flyers. Pacioretty. Ooh, I love the golden helmet for Vegas. Retrospective of Velarde for the Kings. And Swayman for the Bruins on the honor roll. Yeah, I think we had an extra one there. So, like, I am all for an extra Young Gun in a box, especially if it like correlates to how many checklists you get. So 42 in the case, because like I'd like to see them almost like short print the checklist. So 42 and 77 are the box numbers. I know it sounds weird, but like it'd make it more valuable, and also like you're actually excited to hit it. Cause like even the worst Young Gun is like about 2 weeks after release is probably going to be better than, oh, especially a month after release for sure. Is going to be better than the checklist. So, oof, yeah, they are very streaky in packs. Like I will say that, like you can hit a run where it's like 8 packs, no Young Guns. But I feel like actually it's like I feel like it's less like the collation, I guess is the proper word on it. Like how before you wouldn't see multiple whatchamacallit, like multiple base in the same box type of thing, but we're seeing that this year. I feel like it's more random, I guess would be the proper way, which is fine. It just means we gotta understand that it's a little bit more random. But that's why I'm just keeping track of everything too, right? So, like the contents wise, I like it, especially when we're not missing like the headliner Young Gun in a case. So, Burrows for the Avs, especially when it's been pretty normalized that you get one of each. French variation of White for the Senders. DeBrincat for Chicago, because it does suck when you open up a case and you don't get like a Young Gun. Murray for the Senders, especially when it's the best one. Ruotsalainen for the Sabres. Marner for the Leafs on the portraits. Stützle for the Senders. Fuge, it is 251. Dadonov for the Senders on the clear cut. Put that up there because it's in the special insert pile. Cam York for the Flyers. So not the double up, yeah. Ehlers for the Jets. Lucic for the Flames. Chuck for the Senators. Yeah, double up will be after this. So probably, I mean, hopefully 5:45, but it might be a little bit late. We started slightly late today. So just check back 5:45. I put the time, I'm starting to put the times for those breaks a little bit for the second breaks earlier. Eventually it probably will be like, hey, this break is first, this break is second. If whatever breaks are full at the start, like we'll break them in the order. Just because that way, you know, if we had, like, say for example, the double up sold out, we could open that right at 5 and or right at 4, and then we could, like, if this had 3 spots left in it, you know, we could wait. Like, the spots probably fill over the break, so. Ooh, I think we got one of the Clear Cut Honored members. 3rd numbered card of the case. Closer to 100, and like a really good chance of it being a Hab. I think it's either a Hab, a Flyer, or an Oiler. Yeah, the double up is like, it's fun, and it's like it's safer but riskier type of thing, right? Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres. Again, I'm putting him in my Insta sleeve for now. I think he's gonna be the best goalie of the bunch long term, but that is me, and I am no goalie expert. So Connor for the Jets. Dano for the Habs on the Hundo P. Oscar Steen for the Bruins. This is our first time getting this crop for Young Gun canvases. Middleton for the Avs. Kalen Addison for Minnesota on the rookie portraits. That's just his hair. I thought it was like marks on the card, but I think it's just his hair. Norris for the Senators on the electromagnetic. Yeah, the double up is good. I think we'll do a triple up depending on how much is left. So, yeah, Clear Cut members to 100. Cornway numbered 74 of 100, I think what it was. These are really, really tough to hit. So for the Habs, good little short print insert. We've got 2 essentially really tough to hit cards here. We got the Clear Cut Honored members, and we have the patch. So cool stuff. Not the most valued cards, but they're cool. Pacinchuk for the Sharks on the Young Guns. Nugent Hopkins for the Oilers. Nedeljkovic on the rookie retrospective for the Hurricanes. And Makar on the Superstar for the Avs. We hit the right amount of Young Guns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Perfect. 8. Well, that's including a French and a canvas, right? Or I don't know. Yeah. So I'll like or a French and a canvas, or but yeah, like I count those separately from I do and I don't, like for the odd side of me, I count those separately just because like they have different reflected odds. Did we get a French Young in that box? I feel like that was a prior box for some reason. Okay, I feel like we have an extra pack here. Hang on. Box is empty. 48 and 34. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. I guess just one pack slid down to the bottom. Cool hit so far though. Like we've got at least if the Habs have something special. No Caulfields yet, but I don't think we've really doubled up on a ton, which is also what I like to see. My personal pet peeve is like when you triple up on some and get shut out on others, but yeah, our first case was really good looking back on it. The Night Clear Cut with the Byfield Young Gun Canvas Black, the Zegras base. So. It'd be that first one was, yeah. Yeah, like it was really good. And then our second case was rough in comparison. I mean, it still ended up being solid. Like 2 coffee alt isn't bad, but like it was rough in comparison. Not afraid of saying that. Lankinen for Chicago. Michaelis for the Canucks. Verana for the Red Wings. He's back in the lineup tonight, apparently. Joseph for the Penguins on the debut dates. Brent Murray for the Sabres. One of the ones that'll be a Series 2 young gun. Joey Keane for the Hurricanes. Pastrnak for the Bruins, but yeah, like you're never upset when you triple up on the good ones. And yeah, the plate was like when the plate's like the top hit, it was like, oh my goodness. Speaking of good clear cut young guns, how about a Swayman for the Bruins? Aline, I think it's your first time breaking with us too, so congrats. Well, that's front and center. One of the best clear cuts that you can get. Rainanen for the Rangers. Connor for the Jets on the canvas. Hundo P of Kopitar for the Kings. And Ovechkin for the Capitals. Oh, this is a good box. Anytime you hit a Swayman, like, anytime you hit a good clear-cut young gun, it's a good box, so. Everything else is gravy at this point. So, like, in terms of, like, overall amount of young guns in a box, sure. In terms of, like, base young guns, it's not a base young gun. So we got eight young guns in that box, but 6 base, right? I think. Yeah. So like it is and it isn't. For counting up, like if we're talking about did we get an extra young gun in the box? No. But yeah. So we should have 3 base left and oh yeah, like it's fine to count them. Like from I'm more talking like when I'm talking about counting them, I'm more talking about like overages, like hitting more than what we actually should get. If that makes sense. You know, like case 1 we had 74 base young guns. Case 2 we had 73. And case 2 we actually had an extra canvas young gun, so we ended up with I think 3 extra hits in case 2 and 1 extra in case 1. Alright. Here we go. Cole Lind for the Canucks. Why is nobody taking Cole Lind? Greenway on the French variation for the Wild. That's our worst French variation so far. Bobrovsky for the Panthers. Shattenkirk for the Ducks. Well, how about a second Zegras? This one looks cleaner, actually. Let me... there's a little bit of a dot in the top. So, there's a dot up there. Corners are cleaner, I'd say, than the first one. But outside, like, it's fairly clean. So... yeah, this would be a box that if you got it, you'd be ecstatic. McDavid on the portraits, like even a McDavid portraits, a little bit of icing on the cake. Yossi for the Predators on a Hundo P. Okay, this should have been a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This should have, something in here should have been a insert Ruotsalainen for the Sabres. McKinnon for the Avs on the canvas. Farabee for the Flyers. And Vasilevsky for the Lightning. So I think we were down one. Definitely didn't hit anything. None of them were French. Right? So we're down one, I believe. I think we got all of our young guns and stuff, so like I'm not worried about the core stuff, but it's just street clothes are about 1 per case. Actually, that's a good point. I should double check, make sure. They're just a base variation. So they're a case hit. Essentially, they're an Easter egg. Is better than their old base variations that they used to do. Yes and no. The right player, they're worth something, but... Alright, yeah, I think we were just short one there. For the most part, it kind of died down after last year, I think. I honestly, I haven't checked. But given that it's year 2 of them, I would imagine that they're not as rare. And like not as highly valued. So, like they're still probably like, you know, I don't know, the McDavid went for 26 $26, so but you're looking at like not in 15-16. So where is variation? Yeah, like Vasilevsky went for 20. Yeah. Ooh, the Bergeron one went for a lot. Because it's the Winter Classic one. That's actually a cool one. They didn't have them in 05-06 though. Street clothes came in last year. But they've had some sort of base variation since... I want to say definitely 18-19. Yeah, so like they can be worth something. Like Crosby, I think is probably like $20, but like Jack Hughes is like $12. So the Brinkat's like $5. So like they're still worth something. They're just not like, you know, not the best. Card 60. 60 is let's see, there's about 10 teams in. I don't think alphabetically. Sam, throw that up for you. But yeah, it just depends on who you have, what exactly they're pictured in. So Klingberg, yeah. Klingberg, if it's like... I don't think they count warm-up shots as them, but... Yeah, like if you, the best way to tell is if you hit a base variation. Oh, from 15-16. 15-16. I don't think they did them. I think that's the regular ones. The best way to tell is look online and see how many are listed. Or actually, the best way to tell is to look up the exclusives from that year. So, because the picture will be the same on the exclusives as the base, but it'll be different on the variation. So it's the easiest way to spot it. Yeah, this will be the halfway point. pretty good. 2 Zegrases, Swayman Clear, Clear Cut Honored Members, French Chanot, Patch. We're at 3 numbered cards. Yeah, or find base. Like if you, odds are if you have more than one, it's probably not. But, ooh, that's actually kind of spicy. Akin for the Bruins. Hauser for the Sabres on the French Young Guns. Second French Young Guns. We'll put that in the recap pile. But Delling for the Sabres. Hellebuyck for the Jets. Zach Jones for the Rangers. Good young gun. Matthews for the Leafs. He is on a tear. Hundo P of Barkov for the Panthers. And for the Panthers, young gun Cam is Black of Dennis Ankle. A little bit of a soft left corner, but case hit. Honestly, probably not stand worthy over what we've got up there, but still cool. And there's a Caulfield right behind it. So, all right. Caulfield, you'll have to slide the patch over. Ooh, patch go down. There we go. Just realized these are blinding. There we go. A little bit better. Barkov for the Panthers. Well, lots of Panthers in a row here. Robertson for the Stars. Fox for the Rangers. I'm just gonna put a decoy that. Beautiful. I mean, hey, for half a case, like, literally can't complain. We got one of the best clear cuts, 2 Zegrases, a really good French Young Gun, clear cut honored members, the Young Gun Cam is Black. But yeah, it's been a heck of a case so far. It's gonna be a fun one to sort. Hopefully it's just as loud in the back half too, but. And kind of like at that point where it's like, okay, literally all the good cards are kind of in the front half. What's going to be in the back half? Some good base Young Guns. Like, because we still have to hit a Knight. We still have to hit a base Swayman. Haven't hit a Pinto yet. Should have an exclusive still. All given that we've hit 3 numbered cards, right? Yeah, we've hit the patch, that, and that, yeah. Yeah, and dry sale. I'm still shocked at like what Drysdale's price is at. I thought he would have been lower to start, just because like his totals haven't been great. Like I love the player, but this is a really good case. Like honestly, it's a really good case already. So Mark Stone for Vegas on the Hundo P. And black and white portraits. These are cool. Kessel to 250 for the Yotes. So another numbered card. Like, again, just put it in perspective. We had one numbered card in each of our first 2 cases. Zahorna for the Penguins. Yarncroak for Nashville. Comtois for the Ducks. Scheifele for the Jets. Joshua for the Blues. Huberdeau for the Panthers on the Dazzlers. For the Devils. Bernard Docker for the Senators. Not a bad one to get, just because his canvas is, or his base Young Guns in the next one. Bear Boulay for the Lightning. And Hughes for the Devils. Those black and white portraits are really cool. I actually really like those. I'm just gonna quickly fan through the base from the last box just to make sure I didn't miss anything that could be mistaken for a base variation, because apparently there's one that's kind of goofy. It's Sebastian Ahos. I don't think we hit it, but I just had the link right beside, I just scrolling through the images and noticed it, so just want to make sure. Because it's like a photo that they would have typically used. Yeah, no, we didn't hit it. It was a photo that you typically see them use in, like, what's the best way to describe it? An old series one, so. There. Inserts out of the way. Halfway point. I mean, hey. Pretty good first half. 4 numbered cards, sorry. One of the best clear cuts, 2 Zegras, good French, 1 Caulfield, like, you know, and everything else is gravy. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 there. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's where the pack slid to. I'm just like, why is there 7 on this one side? But it's because the pack slid. 32 and 78. Hey, Bill. Bill, you're going to be happy with your team. It's at the bottom of the left column. And you've already hit some rare cards. Well, 1 rare card, so. You got 2 on the stand. But yeah, this case has been phenomenal, so. It's so weird, like. No problem, Jedi. Yeah, at any point, if you're wondering what team you have and you join late, like, just let me know. Because I can pull this up whenever, so. Or just let me know your name and initials, so. But yeah, it's been a crazy good case 1, so. Tomorrow's case is 3, so. 3 spots left, so hopefully it's equally as good, but yeah. I've got to sort this pretty quickly too, because I got to it's gonna be a late night the next couple of nights, so. All right, Osling for the Senators. French Young Guns of Joshua for the Blues. So that's our second French Young Gun, right? Yeah. Or no, is it our third? Yeah, it's our third. So we got 3 French Young Guns. Hoglander for the Canucks on the rookie retrospective. O'Reilly for the Blues on the canvas. Pilon for the Capitals. Svetch for the Hurricanes. A little bit of a soft edge on the Svetch. Ehlers for the Jets. Bunting for the Yotes on the clear cut. So we should have, in theory, all of our clear cuts. There's a Drysdale for the Ducks. I need to sleep and top load him. Terravine for the Hurricanes. Hoglander for the Canucks. Again, all young guns get sleeved and top loaded. It's just Besser for the Canucks. We just do the big ones as we go along. So good box so far. Drysdale, French Young Gun. Bunting Clear Cut isn't the worst to get. Who is the French? It was Joshua, yeah. Kind of a role player, but still, like, you know. Yeah, hope you get the Ducks and hope you hit his Zegras. We had... I mean, and I guess a Drysdale as well. Drysdale is also... makes a spot worth it. We haven't hit the actual, like, other Ducks Young Gun. We haven't hit Benoit yet, but he should be in this box. If we hit a Drysdale, they're normally together. I don't think we haven't hit a base Chanot or a base Swayman yet either. Oh, Kevin, I'm sorry. I missed your message. It actually like didn't pop up for whatever reason. I'm so sorry that I missed that. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm looking at it and looking up and just like, where did that come from? But yeah, there ended up being two Kevins too, so. Normally I catch it, but I'm just like, wait, hold up, I missed it. Stützle for the Senders on the Dazzlers. Bill Kachuk for the Flames. I would say as consistent as last year. So, like, Garland for the Yotes. Some variants, but there's a Benoit for the Ducks. Case in point. Crosby for the Penguins. Studnicka for the Devils. Like, I think they're more like pairs or triplets than anything else. French variation of Pulak for the Islanders. DeBrincat for Chicago. Pavelski for the Stars. And Gustafsson for the Senders. Yeah, they're kind of all together, but Mantha for Washington. And Thompson for the Devils. I feel like we got a lot of young guns there. We got 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we got like 7 base young guns there, and then a French. So we got an extra base young gun. All right. But yeah, it seems generally pretty consistent with the crops. Like, not quite 15, 16 levels of consistent, but up there. All right. I didn't check box numbers on that. That was 79 and 31. Would have been a box I would have bought if I saw the box numbers. So naturally, it's either going to be one of the better boxes or one of the worst boxes of the case. No in between. Because that's how my box luck normally goes. They're either insanely good or insanely bad. Which I'm fine with. It's fine. It's just the highs are high and the lows are low. Like I bought 2 artifacts box once and wasn't the best card was a Greg McKegg auto. Like, legitimately, I think it was better than the rookie redemption I got. And then the next box I hit, like, the on-card auto Ray Bork, like, the acetate one, which is, like, 27. So it's, like, and, like, good rookie redemption. It's just wild. Yeah, I'm hoping for insane. I hope every box is insanely good. My expectations are that every box won't be insanely good because, you know, it's got to be balanced out, but here we go. That's an upside down checklist. Parisi for the Wild. Yeah, that's a pretty rough base card there. Vasilevsky, this is for the Lightning. It's got the dust on it for the clear cut. There's a Swayman. This has some scratch marks on the foil. Just as a heads up. Good Swayman. Doc for Chicago. Line for the Blue Jackets. Knight for Florida. We haven't hit his honor roll yet, so. Kupari for the Kings. French variation of Carlson for the Capitals. 6, 7. McMichael for the Capitals on the debut dates. Matthews for the Leafs on the canvas. Bryson for the Sabres on the Young Guns. Panarin for the Rangers on the portraits. That's the end of that box. Yeah, it's really tempting when you have sealed boxes that you're just like, I don't want to open them, but also I want to open them. I've got 16, 17 Series 1 tins on my shelf. And it's just like, oh, it's just so tempting to go and crack one, but I've already pulled my fair share of Matthews, so just let them sit there. No, I'm not opening up any of those anymore. I mean, okay, I opened up a box of 15, or not 15, 16. Well, I opened up a box of the 15, 16 Series 1, but this was a while ago, back when it was like $250, $230 a box. I opened up an 05-06 Series 1 hobby and retail. I lost the video because I did record it, but didn't go well. Nice, Jackson. Nice. Zegras and the card exclusives is good. But yeah, I opened that up like a few years ago. It was like, again, the story behind that is that I found it in literally a Craigslist post where someone was trying to get rid of a bunch of like boxes and stuff, and I saw the retail box. I didn't see the hobby box, but it was like a bunch of like 90s box sets and stuff. So like, it took some time to get through. Raining in for the Rangers. Barzal for the Islanders. Leonard for the Sharks, and they were just happy to get rid of this stuff, and I was very happy for that. Sorokin for the Islanders. Veal for the Sharks. So, like, I had it when I switched jobs. I'm just like, I'm never going to open one of these Pacioretty for Vegas in my lifetime, so I did it. Matthews for the Leafs. And I regretted it. Lucic for the Flames. I didn't regret it, but... Keane for the Hurricanes on the Young Guns. Mark Stone for Vegas on the canvas. Heiskin for the Stars on the Electromagnetic. O'Reilly for the Blues. As well as just like, you know, I could hold on to that box forever and literally use it as a down payment eventually for a car, or I could just have some fun. And I went with the have some short-term fun. Box number 69 and 21. I also had a box of a series 0506 Series 2 retail. That, believe it or not, used to be like $100 a box, like 2-3 years ago even, which was really cheap. Because you got 7 or 8 Young Guns per box. It was a slightly different format. So now it's like probably 1,000 plus. It's just wild, like how much the market exploded on cards. There we go. Now, what other technically rare boxes have I opened up, like for personals that you can't get? I don't really remember. The 0506, like I actually did open up a lot of 0506. That's when I really started getting into card collecting, and I was collecting Gilbert Brulé because I did not like Crosby because he didn't show up to the Top Prospects game. Boy, was I dumb. But no, in all seriousness, it was a lot of fun collecting back then as a kid. Shea Theodore for Vegas. Puljujarvi for the Oilers on the jersey. Joshua for the Blues on the Young Guns. Hyman for the Leafs on the canvas. Sorokin for the Islanders on the debut dates. Zegras for the Ducks on the honor roll. Burrows for the Avs on the Young Guns. Oh yeah, that's pretty sweet. Chychrun for the Yotes on the French variation. Keandre Miller for the Rangers on the rookie retrospective. Barzal for the Islanders on the canvas. Pinto for the Senators. There we go. Hadn't had him yet. Darlene for the Sabres on the portraits. Hair stuck to my leg. There we go. Yeah, like what? Honestly, like when I was younger and I'd go stay at my grandparents up in Kelowna, we used to always go to the dollar store and I would get packs there, and that's how a lot of my collecting came to be. And then like Upper Deck used to have like the Upper Deck Kids stuff, and I like would search up codes to enter and like got boxes that way and stuff. And then like in university and like kind of like stopped collecting for a little bit, got back into it kind of end of high school into university. When I kind of left university, I kind of stopped collecting again for a little bit, and then started collecting again a few years later, and then now we're here where I'm downsizing my collection, but I'm collecting stuff that I like now. The Lindros in handcuffs card. I'd say one of the Oh, I mean, hey, that's a good garbage pile find. One of like the weirdest cards that I own is like the Pele Lindbergh like obituary card. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres on the rookie portraits. Jeannot for the Predators on the Young Guns. That's definitely one of the weirdest cards. We haven't hit a Knight yet, right? Zegras on the Dazzlers for the Ducks. Okay, neither one of these are French, right? Neither one of these are French. That's just back to back. Keith for Chicago. Hintz for the Stars. Hauser for the Sabres. Byram for the Avs, a little bit of a soft edge. Kachuk for the Flames on the Hundo P Gold. Kupari for the Kings. Suzuki for the Habs. Vanchek for the Capitals on the rookie retrospective. Hellebuck for the Jets. That's the only young gun that I think we're kind of one of the main young gun that we're missing. If I remember correctly. Yeah, we haven't hit Lane Peterson, I don't think. We've hit a Kierstead, hit a Addison. We haven't hit a Morgan Barron yet. So there are some that we haven't hit yet. Have we hit a Colton yet? We might have. I love the canvas set. I remember when it like first came out how popular it was, and the Young Gun canvases used to be like way more valuable. To be honest, the one thing I really like about the canvas set is that it's like the cards are just generally in better condition because the card is just built different. I think we've hit a Jackson Case. I think we've hit a Cam York. I don't know if we hit a Wade Allison yet. But I don't think we've hit a Barron, and I don't think we haven't hit a Josh Doon. And I don't think we've hit a Kaliniuk and a Lane Peterson. So, along with Knight. So we're missing like one crawl. Yeah, I like Pinto. I think he'll be a solid NHLer. We'll get close to 5:45. So yeah, I still gotta generate the name list. So nice to hit in exclusives, but we've also hit more numbered cards than all of our Series 1 combined in the first half of this break. So. 2, 3, 4. Anderson for the Kings. Nice. Yeah, I love the clear cut foundations. Those are nice. Letang for the Penguins on the jersey. They're better this year too. Colton for the Lightning, so we definitely have a Colton now. Letang for the Penguins. Hoglander for the Canucks on the electromagnetic. Gensel for the Penguins on the honor roll. Lashinsky for the Flyers. Fourth French Young Gun, Kyle Burrows for the Avs. I mean, hey, Anytime you get 4 French Young Guns when you're supposed to technically get 2, you take it. Kakinen for the Wild. Hamilton for the Hurricanes. And anytime you triple up on Trevor Zegras, you take it. So we definitely, because I saw Lashinsky and I saw Colton and just like, I think there was Zegras. I think this one's the best of the bunch. A little bit of soft corner, but. Trigris. Gaudreau for the Flames because we got 3 of them. So, I mean, what more could you ask for if you had Anaheim? I mean, hey, we got 3. That's what you got to call it. This has been a pretty crazy break. It's amazing, like in contrast from like, I think case 1 will have like our first case of this will end up being better because I think the Byfield Canvas Black is better than a Zegras Young Gun. But then again, we do have 2 Zegras Young Guns and we only hit 1 Caulfield and clear cut similar. It's close. This one's better. More French Young Guns. I mean, the 2 clear cuts obviously like trumps 1 clear cut Young Gun. But hi, Jim. My cat's meowing at me. So in case you hear any meowing in the background, she is just upset that she cannot come in here. Today's her favorite day, though, because every single day I come home and carry the boxes up, and I have to open up my office door to walk in, and she always is able to book it in for like 3 seconds. Pilon for the Capitals. I feel like that's our 3rd one of him. Huberdeau for the Panthers. Smith for the Devils. Kalynuk for the Chicago Blackhawks, so that we hit his canvas at least. Kelly for the Senators on the Young Guns. Varlamov for the Islanders. Point for the Lightning. Leonard for the Vegas Golden Knights. Alsling for the Senators. Leonard for Vegas. Starkin for the Rangers. And Hughes for the Canucks. So we're missing, in terms of like what we're typically missing from a case is 2 black canvas, I think, or 1 or 2. 1 or 2 like base black canvas. So, and obviously night. But holy cow, it's been a crazy break. I think this, yeah, I mean, yeah, when you have the patch and the clear cut honored members, and this case is definitely better. So the 3 Zegrases. Oh, box number 62 and 54. Oh, was box 31 one of the worst boxes? Or did it have... I forget what box that was. It might have been the worst of the case, which is ironic. 5:30. Try and speed through these past couple to get the last break started as close to the scheduled start time as possible. Yeah, it's more just for people coming in and wanting it, or like people on the East Coast, right? I want to make sure that it's not super late, but hey, you got late night hockey anyway, so. And the puck drop for Habs and Canucks is supposed to be like 7:52 Pacific, which is super late. Fulardi for the Kings. Here's a Shen for the Blues on the black canvas. Tyce Thompson for the Devils on the Young Guns. Batherson for the Senators on the canvas. Cousins for the Sabres on the debut dates. Bergeron for the Bruins on the honor roll. Benoit for the Ducks. Well, will we get a Drysdale? French variation of Giroux for the Flyers. Willis, it is about, so there's no stated odds. You normally get, from our first two cases, you get 3 base black and then 1 Young Gun canvas black per case. So Hagel for Chicago on the rookie retrospective. Sveshnikov for the Hurricanes. Drysdale for the Ducks. So what is that? 1 in 4 boxes, which is 4 times 24 is 96 packs. McKinnon for the Avs. Yeah, they're not that rare, but they're still like, you know, it's still an Easter egg. So it's kind of just like, yeah, they're not super rare, but they're still cool. The Young Gun canvases are, I'd count them as pretty rare. Because like they're a case hit, which is essentially, they're the same as a clear cut Young Gun in terms of rarity. So we still need the Knight. It'd be really nice to get that one out of the way. Anaheim has cleaned up today, though. Holy cow. Yeah, it'd be nice to get an exclusives or high glosses. We should technically have 1 per case, but like we've also hit 4 numbered cards, so I don't know what that does to the formula. I remember back in the day, it's like in a year ago pretty much, it was like 1 Young Guns exclusives per case as well, so. Samuelson for the Sabres. Barzell for the Islanders. McKinnon for the Avs. Perron for the Blues. Cates for the Flyers. Voracek for the Flyers. Suter for Chicago. Right after this. Ehlers for the Jets. Zach Jones for the Rangers. And a base variation, actually, technically. Draisaitl for the Oilers. Smith for the Devils. And Tavares for the Leafs. So, pretty straightforward. Final box. Again, we still need to see that Knight. Box 51. Actually, the Knight, the Peterson, Baron. Haven't seen those. Box 51, 52. Oh. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get the Knight. It's weird because if like you were to open up this case by yourself, Bill, yes, all the breaks this week as well. So every single break has 10 sets. They're already done up, so I have them ready to go. I just went through and sorted a bunch last week. I essentially sorted like a lot of base cards. Sorry, I might have to yell at my cat in a few seconds, but I'm just gonna finish opening up this half and then distract her with the cardboard box. Apologies if you can hear the door banging in the background. All right, 1 second. Let me go ahead and. Oh, it's the worst, especially when it's the underside of the door too. She's clawed it enough that it's peeling. So stop it. Hey. Yeah, no, there you go. There's a box. Go explore the box. Good girl. All right. Cardboard box has been placed. And she is inside the box. Can confirm. Dano for the Habs because I just heard her plop in. Atkinson for Columbus. Oh, there's Lane Peterson for the Yotes. That's a good sign. Olofsson for the Sabres. Norris for the Senators. Draisaitl for the Oilers. Kaprizov for the Wild. Kaprizov for the Wild on the debut date's gold. There's a Dune for Columbus. There we go. Dumba for the Wild. Velarde for the Kings. Marner for the Leafs. It's my cat has like it's weird because she's almost like an emotional support animal. I mean, she kind of is. Like when you get like she notices when you're sad or like and is like always worried about you if she can't see you type of thing. So like but she also knows how to push buttons to get what she wants. So if she wants attention and she can hear my voice from another room, she absolutely will claw that door. Or she'll run around and like jump on the counter, for example, because she knows she's not supposed to be up there. Or she'll claw her closets. So yeah, she hates closed doors as well. We tried putting double-sided tape towards the bottom to deter her, and she would just eat it. It's like, haha, I'm not supposed to eat this, but I'm going to eat it. Yeah, for her closets, because she would, because try to like get into them and open them. Like she can actually open up like the bifold closets. We end up, I think they're called like Mommy's Little Helper, and they're literally like just a piece of plastic that slides over the door, and they can't open them anymore because you have to slide it to open them. I mean, a human couldn't open it, so she stopped clawing at that door. Unless her litter box is slightly dirty, then she will claw at that door. Or she's really hungry, even though she has like lots of dry food. Walcott for the Lightning. I don't think we had a Walcott yet either. Darlene for the Sabres on the Dazzlers. Bergeron for the Bruins. Marner for the Leafs. Colin for the Canucks. 5, 6, 7, 8. Heiskanen for the Stars. Yeah, I think she's just hungry because she's now eating her food. Rantanen for the Avs. Cats are weird. Renee on the Canvas Black for the Predators. Oh, there's a Spencer Knight. I think we got every Young Gun. I think. Oh no, maybe not Kalynuk, but still a possibility. Malkin for the Penguins. That is one of the weirdest canvas photos that they've used yet. Ottinger for the Stars. And Fleury for Vegas. So that is the break. Only one checklist to random off, so we'll do that and then do the recap and then get ready for the next break. But just make sure we're not missing anything. That was a incredible case. So don't think we're missing anything. It is the clear cut Swayman in the background. That it is. So that's going to be the hit of the break. Let me get the random set up here. It's Anna. All right, 3 times. Team on top gets it. Once, twice, 3rd time. Anaheim. Why not Anaheim? Why not Anaheim? Steve. That's a heck of a break for them. So let me clean up. We'll do a recap and then get into the next break, essentially. There we go. Books are out of the way. These are out of the way. Alright, so recap time. Let's go through base Young Guns. So these, that. The checklist doesn't need to stay here. That's not recap worthy, but numbered card, cool Young Gun parallel, and that numbered card. All right, cool. I think we got a recap order. So in terms of base Young Guns, we hit 1 Jeannot, 2 Drysdales, 1 Swayman, 1 Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, 1 Knight, 1 Caulfield. We hit Treegrass, 3 Trevor Zegrases. We hit a French variation Crosby, just kind of cool to highlight. 4 French Young Guns. We hit a Burrows, a Joshua, a Hauser, and a Jeannot. Our Young Gun Canvas Black was Denisenko. We ended up hitting 4 numbered cards today, which is, we only hit 1 in our prior 2 cases. A Drysdale Honor Rolled Gold to 250, a Kessel Portraits Black and White to 250, the Cornwall Clear Cut Honored Members for the Habs to 100, and Arvidsson Patch to 15. And then hit of the break, there's a little Swayman Clear Cut. So yeah, 251. Heck of a break, lots of good stuff. 252 coming up next.